You show up early. You stay late. You hit every deadline, and then the promotion goes to someone else. Frustrating, right? I mean, you're doing everything you were told to do. Work hard, stay loyal, wait your turn. But here's the truth. That advice doesn't work anymore. Hard work alone? It's not enough. In fact, sometimes it actually holds you back. And today I'll reveal the real reason people get promoted and why most folks never figure it out until it's too late. Here's the problem. Most people think promotions are like a prize. You grind, you're patient, you stay loyal, and you think, one day, my boss will notice me and I'll get rewarded. But it doesn't work like that anymore. Companies are leaner. Fewer seats at the top. More competition than ever. So if it's not loyalty and it's not effort, then what is it? Think about this. Why does the loud coworker with less experience move up faster than the quiet high performer? Why does the average employee with visibility gets picked over the star performer? Nobody notices. Why do some people climb effortlessly while others stay stuck for years? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this happens and how to finally fix it. Let's step back for a second and look at the system itself. Because this is where most people get blindsided. On paper, promotions sound simple. Do good work, get rewarded. But in reality, that system is broken. Here's why. First, there are fewer seats at the top. Years ago, careers looked like a ladder. You climb step by step and eventually land in a bigger role. But now, it looks more like a pyramid. Every step higher means fewer spots, way fewer. That means doing your job well isn't enough, because there are 10, 20, maybe 50 people doing their jobs well too. And you're all fighting for one tiny chair at the top of the table. Second, managers don't promote hours, they promote perception. Your boss isn't tracking every late night. They're not pulling up your spreadsheets to weigh efforts. When the decision comes, they ask one thing. Who looks like a leader? Who can I trust with more? Notice that word? Looks, not works. Looks. You can grind yourself into the ground. But if nobody sees it, if you don't look like leadership material, it doesn't count. And third, loyalty isn't the currency it used to be. Back in the day, sticking around for 10 years made you look loyal, dependable. Today, stay in the same role too long, and people assume you're comfortable, maybe even stuck. So what does all this mean? It means the old advice, work hard, stay loyal, wait your turn, doesn't hold up anymore. If you follow it blindly, you'll just keep waiting and waiting and waiting. That's why so many smart, hardworking people get stuck. The game has changed, and if you want to win, you've got to learn the new rules. Okay, so now you know the system is broken. But what does that actually mean for you? Why are you not moving up, even though you're putting in the work? There are 3 big reasons. And if you're honest with yourself, at least one of these is holding you back. Reason number 1, you're invisible. Most people believe their work will speak for itself. But here's the truth. Results don't speak. People do. In a promotion meeting, your boss isn't digging through every file or every project you crushed. They're remembering moments. Moments where you stood out, moments where they actually saw your value. If you're grinding in the background hoping someone notices, you might as well be invisible. And invisible people don't get promoted. Reason number 2, you're not signaling leadership. Promotions aren't about the past, they're about the future. Your manager isn't asking, who did great last year? They're asking, who can I trust with more next year? If all you've shown is that you're reliable in your current role, that's all you'll ever be seen as. Leaders act differently. They influence, they solve the messy problems no one else wants to touch. They step up in meetings, they guide teammates, they take initiative. If you're not doing that, you're not sending the signal. And without the signal, nobody's betting on you for the next level. Reason number 3, you're playing the wrong game. This one stings, because a lot of us want to believe work is a meritocracy, the best performer wins. But inside companies, that's not how it works. Promotions often come down to politics, sponsorship, Relationships. It's not just what you know, it's who knows what you know. Ask yourself, who's speaking up for me when I'm not in the room? Who's willing to put their reputation on the line and vouch for me? If you don't have an answer, that's a problem, because someone else does. And they're the ones getting the edge. So, let's recap. Reason 1. You're invisible. Reason 2. You're not signaling leadership. Reason 3. You're playing the wrong game. If you've ever wondered why your career feels stuck, odds are it's one of these. But here's the good news. All 3 can be fixed. And the moment you start fixing them, that's the moment everything changes. Alright, so we've talked about the reasons people stay stuck. Now let's turn it around. Here's how you actually get promoted. 4 simple steps. Step 1. Build visibility. Start keeping a wins list every week. Jot down what you accomplished, not just the big projects, but even the small wins. Then share them. Mention them in your one-on-ones. Bring them up in meetings. Drop a quick update email to your boss. And no, it's not bragging, it's reporting. If you don't show your work, nobody else will. Visibility is your ticket into the conversation. Step 2, manage up. When you talk about your work, frame it in terms of impact, not effort. Don't say, I stayed late to finish this. Say, I streamlined the process and saved the team 10 hours a week. See the difference? One makes you look tired. The other makes you look valuable. Managers promote the people who make them look good. Speak their language, and suddenly, you're seen as a leader. Step 3. Act like the role you want. If you want to be seen as a leader, start acting like one. That means speaking up with solutions, not just pointing out problems. That means helping junior teammates, not just doing your own work. That means raising your hand for high visibility projects even when it's uncomfortable. Ask yourself, if my boss watched me for a week, would they believe I'm ready for the next level? If the answer's no, it's time to change that. Step 4. Learn the politics. I know, nobody likes this one, but ignoring it doesn't make it go away. Start small. Build genuine relationships outside your team. Find mentors who've been promoted and ask for their playbook. And most importantly, identify sponsors, people in power who will say your name when you're not in the room. Because that's the difference between being qualified and being chosen. Do these 4 things: visibility, managing up, acting like the role, and learning the politics. And you stop waiting around. Opportunities stop passing you by. And pretty soon, they start coming to you. Now, you might be thinking, okay, this all sounds good, but does it really work? And the answer is yes. The data backs it up. Harvard Business Review asked managers, what mattered most in promotions? What ranked higher than past performance? Perceived leadership potential. Almost 60% of the time, managers picked the person who looked ready for the next level, not the one who just logged the most hours. Gallup ran another study. They found only 1 in 10 people naturally show leadership behaviors. But here's the kicker. The people who practice visibility, influence, and relationship building are way more likely to get promoted. Translation: this isn't about being born a leader. It's about building the right habits. And I didn't pull this out of thin air. I dug through career studies, surveys, management reports, all pointing to the same truth. Hard work by itself rarely decides who gets promoted. It's visibility, it's influence, it's positioning. That's what moves the needle. Before we wrap up, let's slow down and talk about the biggest career myths that keep people stuck. Because if you believe these myths, you'll keep running the wrong race. Myth number 1, hard work automatically gets noticed. Sounds nice, right? Put in the grind, and eventually, someone will reward you. But the truth without visibility, hard work is invisible. Picture this: 2 people work late. One emails a summary of what they achieved to their manager. The other quietly goes home. Guess who gets remembered in the next promotion meeting? Myth number 2, loyalty guarantees rewards. Stay long enough, and the company will take care of you. That's the story many of us were told. But here's reality. Loyalty without strategy just makes you replaceable. I've seen people spend 10 years waiting for their shot, only to watch an outsider get brought in above them. Loyalty alone isn't a promotion strategy. Myth number 3. Promotions are purely about skills. Of course skills matter. You need competence, but skills alone don't decide who moves up. Politics, sponsorship, and relationships play a massive role. Think about it. The person with slightly less skill but strong backing often leapfrogs the technical expert who stays quiet in the corner. Myth number 4. Patience always pays off. If I just keep waiting my turn, eventually it'll come, right? Wrong. Waiting isn't a strategy. It's a trap. Patience without positioning is like sitting at a bus stop for a bus that isn't coming. You'll wait forever. So here's the mindset shift. Instead of asking, am I working hard enough? Ask, am I visible enough? Instead of asking, am I being loyal? Ask, am I signaling leadership? Instead of asking, am I patient enough? Ask, am I building the right allies? Flip those questions, and suddenly your career path looks very different, because the truth is, careers don't reward the quiet, the patient, or the invisible. They reward the people who show up where it counts, when it counts, and in a way everyone can see. So, before we wrap, let's zoom out and look ahead, because the way promotions work today, it's already shifting. In the next 5 to 10 years, AI and automation are going to reshape a lot of jobs. Tasks that used to take hours, software will do them in minutes. That means promotions won't be about who can grind the hardest, they'll be about who can adapt the fastest. And here's the kicker. Technical skills will always matter, but they won't be the main thing that gets you promoted. What matters more is how you lead people, how you make decisions, and how you create impact that no machine can copy. Think about it. An algorithm can crunch numbers, but only you can rally a team around a tough project. Only you can manage office politics, inspire coworkers, or win trust in the boardroom. So if you want to future-proof your career, stop asking, how do I outwork everyone? Start asking, how do I outlead everyone? That means building visibility now, practicing leadership signals, and yes, learning to play the political game now, because the people who master those skills are the ones who'll keep moving up, no matter how much the workplace changes. So let's bring this full circle. The real reason you're not getting promoted, it's not loyalty, it's not effort. It's not just keeping your head down and waiting your turn. It comes down to 3 things: visibility, showing leadership signals, and learning how to play the game. If you stay invisible, you'll get ignored. If you don't act like a leader, you'll never be trusted with leadership. And if you ignore the politics, someone else will use them to leap right over you. But here's the good news. You can flip the script. Starting now. Share your wins. Speak the language of impact. Step into leadership behaviors. Build allies and sponsors. Do that, and you'll stop waiting in line. You'll start creating opportunities instead of hoping for them. Now, if this video opened your eyes, here's your next step. Go watch Office Politics, explained in 15 minutes. Because visibility gets you noticed, but office politics decides who actually wins. Understanding it could be the most important 15 minutes you spend on your career this year. Learn the rules or get ruled by them.